All right.
Yo.
Deal. Good morning, nation. We are back.
Yes, sir. About to be another 5 show, man. Y'all already know what time it is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and kick this thing off. Right. Here we go. Protect the shield. Good morning, brother. How you doing? My guy, Lunatic Raider, Raider Legions.
What? We on?
Oh, hey! We on. None other than Mr. Fitz, bringing none other than our guy, Joe Morley, bring out none other than the Violator, Wayne Marbury, bring out none other than the notorious Mitchell. Yo,
What is going on, people? What's the deal?
Love our intro, man.
Always.
Welcome to another episode of Good Morning Raiders. We are your hosts. I am Jay Raider. This is the Raider Rundown. We are back in full effect as we always do every damn Saturday morning. We're about to go ahead and really kick this thing off literally 1 week away. Bro, Raiders football, bro. It's here, dog. It's almost here. Damn.
Next show we have, man. We previewing the game pretty much, man. And we getting ready to talk about New England. So I'm excited for sure, man. One more little week off, I guess you could say, and then we to it.
Yep, that's right. But we have a fire show today. We have a really big guest as well, and we're gonna go ahead and do a damn thing. A lot of things have happened this week. Literally, just went to Arizona, bro, and then I come back and all this shit literally just pops off. And I'm like, whoa, what's going on, man? And I had a crazy ass show on Monday, and that's just kind of
that's how it go, bro. That's how it goes.
That's how it goes. Literally, all the drama, all the noise condensed into like the span of almost a week.
Oh yeah. I know you had to catch up. It was a lot, but we back to it now. Hopefully, all the the news and maybe drama is over with, and we can just get to football.
Yes, sir. But before we kick things off, let's go ahead and acknowledge our chat. As usual, we appreciate everyone pulling up with us and rocking with us on this Saturday morning. If you have not already done so, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button on this show on both channels. If you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button, y'all. Don't sleep on it. Be in the know, y'all. Really quick, shout out to our guy, Raider Paul, in the building already with the Ray. Hold on, dog. Let me do it right.
Yeah, much better. Much better.
There you go. Shout out to Jack Kenna again with the
Raiders. There we go.
There you go. Let's see. Robert Ping in the building. Salute to you, brother.
What up, bro?
What up? Bueno in the building.
What's happening?
SA Big Dog in the building.
What's
Appreciate
going
you,
on?
my guy. Salute. My guy Kenny Clark in the building. That's right. Morning,
Yes,
everyone.
sir. Yes, sir.
Rising Raider. That's right. Just another DJ in the
DJ, what's going on, big dog?
yes, sir. Salute to you. Our guy, Raiders
What up,
Resistance
Prez?
building, bro. We always acknowledge you. We always
What's
talk
happening?
with you, man. If you're not already following our guy Raider Resistance, go ahead and give him a follow on Instagram with the fire content. There is no other Raiders Resistance.
Yes, sir. Salute to my dog, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Our guy Dub Braid in the building. Salute to
What's
you.
happening, Dub? What's going on with you, bro?
Appreciate you pulling up. Yes, sir. Let's see who else is here. Artie Art in the building. Salute to you, brother.
What's going on?
You're pulling up. Cool Kev in the building.
Cool Kev. What up, big dog?
Jason Downs, man. Y'all pulled the ladder almost.
Whoa. What was that? Was that on Jeff's show?
They're on Jeff's show. They did like a 7-hour live, man.
God damn.
Appreciate you rocking with us, dog. You probably got a few hours of sleep, man. But we appreciate you pulling up for sure.
3-day weekend, man. At least, man.
3-day weekend. At least you got money to sleep in. There you go. Our guy now, man, in the building. Salute
going
to you.
On, Nav?
Appreciate you pulling up. All right. So let's go ahead and kick things off. Let's go ahead and bring out our guest. You know this, man. He's been around all the games, home and away. So you might have seen him. He is the man with the mic, with the golden mic. Let me bring out none other than our guy, all in autumn win, Brian Fowler in the building.
So what's going on, guys?
Appreciate you pulling up with us and rocking with us on this Saturday morning.
How you doing? Thanks for having me, guys, man. I'm doing great. I love that intro. That intro's fire.
Man, appreciate it, man. That's all Jay right there, man. That's all Jay.
Yeah.
I love the lives because you're sitting backstage waiting to come on. You get to see like all this stuff and you guys talking. It's a cool thing.
Yeah. Salute to you though, man. I mean, what you do though is crazy, man. You know, I've been studying your content, studying what you've been doing. What you do takes, even more dedication. So yeah, salute to you for sure.
Yes,
I appreciate that.
We're definitely gonna go ahead and really get into that dedication. Brian is doing a big thing this season, and we're definitely gonna go ahead and highlight that. But before, let's go ahead and chop it up and talk about some good old Raiders football. Like I said earlier, a lot of things happening this week, but I think first and foremost, I'm gonna go ahead and put this thing up here. Hang on one second. I had it already. What's going on? I guess I didn't. All right. Anyways, there you go. Return of Amari Cooper. That's probably one of the bigger stories that has literally went down this week. Shout out to a guy, Raiders Resistance, who's in the building right now. Again, make sure you guys go ahead and give him a follow if you're not following him already. Shout out to our guy, Raiders Resistance. But Amari Cooper, I didn't think this was going to happen, bro. But he's back. A lot, this, and I've kind of tried to touch the pulse of Raider Nation and mixed emotions. Some people are about it. Some people are not about it. Some people don't know how to feel. They're kind of worried. What do y'all think now that Amari Cooper's officially back with the Raiders? I'm going to start off with Brian. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, what a wild week, man. This was out of nowhere for sure. I didn't see this coming, but to get Cooper back, I think you described as mixed reactions from the fan base, but I too have mixed reactions because look, I know he can produce, he can catch, he can run, he can produce, but is he the same Amari Cooper he was years ago? Probably not. But does it add another weapon? I mean, I really think our weapons on offense are underrated at this point. Outside of the Raiders, Raider fans, we're always like optimistic and pumped about our team, but like outside of the Raiders, I just don't, from Bowers, now Cooper and Meyers and Trey, like Thornton Jr. is a beast too. So I like the addition, a veteran coming in. I mean, I don't think anyone should hate the move, but that's my opinion.
What about you, Run? How do you feeling about Amari being back with the Raiders?
you know, at first, you know, when we heard it and we heard about the Jakobi Meyers move, and then we heard that. At first, I was immediately I don't like it because I thought, you know, if this is like a replacement for Jakobi, I'm like, oh yeah, no, like that doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? Like I didn't like that at all. But
Yeah.
him being an addition is different. That's different. I like that better. You know, there's multiple things when it comes to Thornton, I do like, but you know, Jay, there are multiple things I criticize as well when it comes to his game. This allows to kind of fill in the gaps, so to speak. And you know, I know some people they immediately thought like, well, you know, Cooper ain't much what he was, you know, just like our guy was saying. But at the same time, you know, he was playing in the slot last year, and everybody's like, okay, is that bad for Bash or whatever? But you know, as I kind of thought, Spot Tech came immediately came out. I was like, nah, he's playing on the outside. So to me, meaning he ain't taking Trey spot. He going over there to try to probably supplement kind of with Thornton a little bit. His route running, right? It can be used in certain spots, and then you can bring Thornton in with his speed, you know, with his length and all that extra. So you be able to do a multitude of things. So I do like the weaponry on the offense 100%. With adding him to the room, we look like we can do a whole bunch of different things.
Right.
Yeah, you know, you're absolutely right, because like my response is as of Saturday, but you're right that the Jakobi trade request and the Amari was like back to back, and at that moment it did feel like, wait, is this what we're doing instead of Jakobi? I didn't like that. You're absolutely right. But now that I see Jacoby's out there he's still practicing. He's still like on the team, and the Raiders have seemed to have put out that they don't want to trade him. So now I'm good with it because it's an addition. Yeah, you're 100% right about that.
Yeah, for sure. And that honestly, that was my first thought process. And I said it on my Monday show. I was like, this to me seems like a negotiating tactic. How coincidental is that we sign Amari Cooper out of like nowhere where he's been available all off season at the same time, literally hours after Jakobi requested a trade. So to me, it really sounded fishy. I questioned it 100%. And I know Spy Tech had his presser saying, "Oh, we've been talking to Amari for a while. We just want to make sure the right fit." I mean, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna keep it a bean. I'm probably bullshit on it. It's not.
I'll say this though, because I will say this though, Jay. I'll say this because you know me. I'm the first one I'm with you. You know what I mean? I'll be the first one with you. But only reason I'm like not all the way on the BS is, as y'all know, if you on Twitter, you know that Ricky account. You know that with the dog and the hat and all that, and he was the one that called. He called that Micah Parsons trade and all that. Like months before, bro. He said we was talking to Amari Cooper. I'm talking about like 3 months ago. He said we was already in contact. So I be trusting what that account be saying. So what he said mixed with Spy Tech said, I'm like, all right, yeah, they probably were kind of talking. But the fact that you're right though, the fact that they wanted to do it today immediately, you know, like we couldn't have waited like another day. You know what I'm saying? But
or it could have happened. It could have happened, you know, a couple of weeks ago. Give them time to be part of training camp. And
right.
You know, that's why
it doesn't feel like a coincidence.
Just
the timing of it, you know,
it does not feel like a coincidence for sure. So,
but you know, putting the X's and O's aside, one thing, like for the past year and a half, I keep, you know, there were only 4 Raiders who played in Oakland remaining, and that list was higher a few years ago. But as it's been dwindling, like Andre James left, right? So we went from 5 to 4. I'd put out a post every time just to show it shrinking, and now there's 4. But suddenly there's 5. Now there's 5 who have played in Oakland, and I sentimentally, I think some people like that, you know. Let him return home, maybe finish as a Raider. It sounds cool if he produces.
Can I ask this question to both of y'all though? When he first left, right? What was kind of your thoughts on Amari though? That I think that kind of affects how maybe you would feel like now, you know what I mean? Like how you would feel about it now. Like, because personally, when he first left for me, I wasn't the biggest fan of Amari Cooper when he first left. So, you know, that's kind of why I'm probably not all that sentimental. But I asked our guest, how did you feel about Amari when he first left?
Didn't recognize you. I said that's because you're getting old fat like everybody else.
Sorry. I had some people talking to me here.
No, you good. You good.
How did I feel when he left? God, that feels so long ago. I was disappointed that he left because back then it was the whole Cooper Crabtree, man, that stuff was amazing. So it was I
Yeah.
think mostly disappointed. I didn't feel like I wasn't against him or anything. I just was really disappointed because it felt like, we go through this 3-year cycle of building up, getting better, and then players leave. And then we kind
Right.
of start all over again. And that's the emotion I felt at the time when he left. And what year did he leave? Was that 2019?
2018, I
Yeah,
believe.
it's 18.
2018
something
was
like
his
that.
last
Because
year?
he left a year before we got Max.
Because he played with Colton Miller. So 2018 he played with us and
Mhm.
then left. That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was with Colton rookie year. What about you, Jay? I mean, what were your thoughts on Amari when he left, the first time?
It was mixed, bro, because I liked Amari, but at the same time too, he was just not happy. He was not happy being here. So the way he left wasn't the best way.
No.
And now that he's back, that's why I'm just like, it's not the same guy skill wise. So I'm really interested to see how they're really going to go ahead and kind of utilize him. And I think Pete mentioned the other day that they were going to go ahead and kind of use him on the outside with Dante. They're going to use them both. So it's going to take a little bit more reps away from Dante, which is fine because he does need the development to develop more.
Right.
So it makes sense, right? But I take it with a grain of salt. To me, he's just another depth piece. He's a veteran presence, which we do need, right?
We did.
And we just did it at that time. We didn't know what was going to happen with Jakobi, but now that now we know that Jakobi's most likely not going to go anywhere, and that kind of leads into the next segment of Jakobi Meyers requesting the trade, and we had him. We had it earlier this week where he did request a trade, and then we got Amari. But the following day, it did come out that the Raiders did not want to trade Jakobi Meyers. I think they had an interest. Somebody got on the phone and they called and they asked about the trade, and they didn't like what they had to offer. So they really weren't interested in taking any type of trade deals unless it really was a really lucrative deal.
I doubt they trade him though. Anyway,
I really do. But I did want to ask this question: what kind of, and if they're really looking towards to make this happen and make this work because they do want Jakobi here, what kind of deal do you think he gets? Do you think they give him his, because he's owed? I think he's owed. He has about 11 million coming to him this year because he has no guarantee money on the books. Or do you think they're going to go ahead and give him an extension where they extend him for 2 years? What are your thoughts on the type of deal he would get to make him stay? I'll start with Brian. What are your thoughts of a deal that kind of makes sense for like Jakobi?
Yeah, I mean, on a contract, on a deal extension, I'm not really sure, man. I just think we got to keep him. The way that he produced last year with Minshew and AOC as quarterback, he had over 1,000 yards, and didn't he have like the highest percentage of catches or no drop passes like that? That's insane. I feel like he's such an underrated receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his drop rate was extremely good. We gotta find a way to make that work.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What about you, Run? What do you think of a type of deal that Jakobi would get?
A fair deal is like to give him just like to double up on the contract he got now and just give him like 22, 23 mil and just call it a day. Really, because like if you look at like all the receivers that are making that type of money, 22, 23 million dollars, like you looking at like Debo Samuel, Calvin Ridley, and like all these like and to me, he's like that's the grouping he's in, kind of, you know what I mean? Like Calvin Ridley, the Debo Samuels at this point, what they are, like reliable, maybe, steady, consistent presence, like Michael Pittman Jr. is making 22, you know what I mean? So it's like they're kind of like the same mold of receiver to me. They're just consistent, steady. They're not upper echelon though. You know what I mean? The upper echelon, like Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson is making damn near $40 million. You know what I mean? Like that's where they are, and that's a whole different tier. So we can all kind of agree, like, he's not in that tier, and respectfully, we can agree that he's not in that tier. I mean, it's just telling the truth. But going down, you know what I mean? You got to group him into the receivers that he's like kind of in the same type of skill set at. So like those dudes I kind of mentioned, that's where I kind of see him at. So that's
what's
fair
he asking for?
Nobody knows. Nobody
really knows, but people suspect it's closer to the 30 mil mark.
If that's ridiculous, bro, because that again is Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, and all that. And like, let's be real, we're not there. You're like, we love Jakobi as a fan base, but we have to be honest and say, like, that's a different type of receiver, bro. Like, you're not in that category of receiver. You gotta be honest about what we have.
Right, exactly. I think if they can't agree to an extension, I think they should just kind of restructure him and give him that 11 mil up front. Give him that what he has coming to him. Let him play out the year, and if he wants to test open market, he can. That would be totally up to him, and I think he'll be happy with that. I think that's something where he's like, "Look, you're going to get your money guaranteed for this year. You're good. We'll take care of you, and then we'll figure it out next year. You know, if you want to go ahead and test free agency, cool. If you want to go ahead and extend with us, great. You know, I think that's probably the way that it might go down. A trade could still potentially happen. I mean, you know, it's not out of the realm of possibility, but it's highly doubted that it would happen. They really don't want to.
I'm gonna be real, man. Like just thinking about what you're saying, right? It just makes too much sense to either just extend him or give him that 22 mil. Like I just pulled it up right now. Receivers making 22 to 23 mil. Chris Godwin, Calvin Ridley, Cortland Sutton, Michael Pittman Jr., and Deebo Samuel. Like, honestly, he's better than most of those dudes, to be honest. So it makes sense to do that.
Yeah, 100%. So because we know most likely Jakobi will be here, how will this offense look with Cooper here if Jakobi stays? Because that's been really the thing here is how is Amari Cooper really going to go ahead and affect, you know, this offense now that he's here? Let me get your thoughts, Run, with Jakobi here, because we're just gonna assume that he's gonna stay here. How do you think he's gonna go ahead and kind of fit into this offense?
He just slides into where Thornton is, you know, plain and simple. You know what I mean? And I see that you use him like, okay, getting real football nerd into it. You know what I mean? From 20 to 20. I mean, I could use Thornton 20 to 20, meaning that's when I want to stretch the field. You know what I mean? I'm going to try to stretch the field. But when we get closer to the red zone, that's when I'm going to try to bring Cooper in. You know what I mean? Because he can run those routes. He's technical. So now we got Cooper, Bowers, Jakobi near the red zone, 20 and in. You know what I mean? Now, who are you trying to double up in there? Because if you try to one-on-one Cooper, Chip gonna scheme it up to where he's one-on-one to kill. Think about it, yo, DB3. He's got to go against another team's DB3 because you're not gonna put a team's DB3 on Brock Bowers. That's stupid. So you know what I mean? That doesn't make no sense. So you'll do that. Jakobi will take, you know what I mean, the second best DB on the team, and then off of that we get scraps. So I think you can do a whole bunch of stuff. Just having Chip Kelly makes me confident that he's going to be able to mix and match and change the puzzle pieces how he wants.
Yeah. What about you, Brian?
That's awesome. I agree with that 100% because, you know, look, all of our weapons can be on the field at the same time, but if Jakobi's there and Brock's out there, that's going to give Cooper so many opportunities.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah. Yeah. And he could catch, you know, that's the key. Like he's gonna run those routes. He's gonna produce. I just think it's a nice addition if Jakobi's there. Yeah.
Yeah, he has to.
He's not wide receiver one.
No. I mean, target one is Brock Bowers every time. I mean, I said it on another show. I mean, every time Gino drops back, his eyes should be looking to 89. If 89 is open and everybody else, you figure it out at the end of the day. But if not, then if he's not open, then you get the ball. But that's the only thing.
Yeah.
But listen, guys, I got to be honest. So I'm kind of at a disadvantage because the past few years, as I've been going to all of the Raider games and traveling to all of them, I miss a lot of the other teams' games. You know, I don't see as much like when you're sitting at home and you got red zone, whatever.
Right.
Obviously, I could go back and read about what people did, but I don't remember seeing Cooper on the Browns that much. I don't really know what he did on the Browns because I wasn't watching Browns games at all.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
And-
me neither.
and-
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
It was okay. You know what I mean? He had like a,
Yeah.
you know, he had his 1,000 yards, but it was, you know, it was one of those just like, I'm gonna get my 1,000 yards, go home type of thing.
Mm.
Yeah. It wasn't really impactful.
No,
But now
Dallas was a
yeah.
little better for him. You know, they made the
Yeah.
playoffs and all that, but I think he might have made the playoffs with Baker, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on, let me see.
Did he?
So,
He
but
might
we didn't
have.
see a
if
whole
I'm
lot.
not
We didn't see a whole lot last year when he did get traded to Buffalo.
No.
He got traded right before they went to playoffs.
Yeah.
I think whatever. I think right before the trade deadline, and we didn't really see him a whole lot with Buffalo.
Yeah.
No.
He had Josh Allen, so
Yeah.
that it just maybe it was because he got there late, trying to get adapted to the system, trying
Well,
to get Josh's timing down.
That's what scares me. And see, I don't like to be negative on the new signings, you know what I mean? But that is like what scares me. Shout out to my guy Marcus from Tape Don't Lie, but he says the same thing. Like he looked like he was dejected, you know what I mean? That's just it. You know what I mean? He just looked like he was just like, I'm not really with it. And then he said something about like I have to find the motivation to practice or something. I'm like, dog, it's year 10. What do you mean? Like, bro, it's year 10 and you have an MVP. What more motivation do you need? The last time you smelled this was 2016 and it wasn't even that close. So it's like that is what scares me about him. It's never like the talent with Amari. It's always that extra where I'm like,
Right.
even when he came here and he said that, I just got off the plane, man. I'm tired, you know, but hey, I gotta do that. I want to hear that. You know what I mean? Like, hey, you've been on the couch for months. What you get over there? You're supposed to be ready to practice.
Oh,
what
you can tell they put a footage of him practicing. Man, I should have grabbed it. And yeah, you can tell he was there, but he was winded,
Hey,
man. You know, I'm like, hey,
that's why I love Jakobi, man. He go about that business. The way he goes about his business, I think that's why you need to re-sign him, man. You got to re-sign because he goes about it the right way.
100%. Really quick,
well,
shout out to our
the
guys.
Raiders have such a. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, Brian.
I was just gonna say, our track record with bringing wide receivers in, I think that plays into the psyche of a Raider fan so much too, right?
Yeah. It's definitely not great. Yeah, I think we're way better drafting him.
Oh yeah, for sure. Really quick shout out to our guy Nav Man with the $5 special. He said, "Brothers, none of this trade talk has come from Jakobi. He's not Mike on social media. Are we even sure it was that much drama? Myers is loyal. It wasn't for me. I'm gonna speak on this real quick. It wasn't. It's not drama, bro. What it is that they've been trying to negotiate. They can't come up with a number. I've been saying it since like before June or around the beginning of June. We need to take care of him, and we haven't. We waited up to this point to try to figure something out with him, and we haven't. So I think at this point he's just out of just kind of like, hey, you know what? It's to the point where either you need to pay me or just trade me, and that's where we're at right now.
Call him bluff. It's calling bluff because like Jay said, once you reach that negotiation point, it's like, okay, look, all right, we're playing around so much. It's a week before the season. All right, dog, what are we really gonna do? Am I in the long-term plans or not? If I'm not, just trade me now, dog. Hey, let me find some money. That's basically what it is. So I mean, and he called the bluff. Immediately the Raiders and John Spike came out and was like, yeah, no, we're gonna find a way to figure it out and all that extra. So
you're paid. We don't want to trade you, So
it was quick.
Yeah, it was quick. But look, we now we're knowing, and me and Brennan were at the game on Saturday. There's still more development needed from Dante Thornton and Jack Bash. Right? These guys are rookies. We're not expecting them to be the next, Justin Jefferson right out the gate. We're talking about second round pick. And what was Dante a fourth round?
Thornton was 4,
right? Yeah. So the talent is there, but there's still work needed to be done with that one. So we need Jakobi here until they are ready. So what does that mean? Maybe a season, 2 seasons. Honestly, realistically, it's probably going to be like 2 more seasons where we're going to need Jakobi here, and we just need to make sure we take care of him in that process. That's for sure. But I'm going to go ahead and move on to this part, to our next big news coming out of this week. Kenny Pickett traded to the Raiders for a 5th round draft pick. I was like, what in the holy hell is going on Monday? I did not see that coming. And at first I scratched my head about it, and I really didn't know what to make of it, and kind of looking into it as the days progress, and I got to kind of process it more. It makes a little bit more sense with the whole AOC going down and a replacement this season. But let me get your guys' thoughts and your initial reactions to this. Brian, what was your initial thought when you heard we went out and traded for Kenny Pickett?
My initial thought was, okay, well, we had to do something. And my second thought was, I hope that none of this matters. I hope we never hear the name Kenny Pickett throughout the whole season. That's the goal, right?
Yeah.
Like, Gino's the guy. And, let's just hope we get through a whole season. This carousel of quarterbacks over the last few years is quite frustrating. So I hope we don't see him at all. That's my feeling.
What about you, Red? What were your initial thought? What was your initial reaction? What are your thoughts? Can you hear?
Initial reaction. Real talk though. The first reaction though I had was like, at first I was confused because I'm like, a 5th and we're giving this up. But then it's like when you sleep on it, you know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, I don't want to hear everybody else, because I know everybody's going to be pretty mad that we got him. But like Brian said, number one, we hope to never hear this man's name. We don't want to hear this man's name. But if you think about it, out of all the people to grab to be a second QB, he's not terrible, right? He is not terrible. He is 15-10 as a starter. As a backup, that's pretty cool numbers. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that would mean if we have like a 2-game stretch, hopefully not, but maybe just win 1 out of 1-1. That's all we can hope for the backup. So he'd be cool. The fact he was training with Gino, I like, right? Like that, when I heard that, I didn't know that either. So now, that I heard that, the chemistry is cool. It's there, which meaning like, there's probably conversations with Chip as well and all the extra. So, I'm not mad at it for the continuity standpoint of like, he could probably do similar things that Gino can do if so, because Aiden O'Connell can't do anything that Gino can do. It's not even similar. So, like Kenny's arm talent is not Gino, but the moving around and athleticism can mimic some of that.
Yeah.
You saw that in the preseason game against Arizona because Gino had that great play where he kind of spun around in the pocket, rolled out, hit Mayer down the field for a first down, and that was great. And then as soon as AOC comes in, his feet are just stuck in the mud, and then he gets hurt. He gets hit and hurt like that.
Oh yeah,
that's it. That's the summary of the two quarterbacks in a nutshell, right there.
And when's the last time we saw a quarterback? Even with that little move that Gino did, it had me excited. I don't remember last time I saw a quarterback do that in this uniform.
It's so nice. One play. He does one play, and suddenly I'm like so fired up because we haven't seen that in so long.
Finally.
Right.
We're in the modern age. It feels like finally.
I know, right?
So like, long.
Transcended. We arrived too. All late.
Jesus.
But we arrived. Really quick shout out to our guy Batman again with the $2 slapper Rooney here. If Gino goes down, regardless of our season is over, I agree 100%.
Oh yeah.
We could, bro.
Yeah,
we're good.
That's right.
Gino goes down to wrap.
It just depends though. Like it depends, right? Like if it's only like a game or two, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And we're in the thick of things, I could trust Chip to scheme it up to a point. Like that just depends how Genty's playing though, right? Like if Genty's killing it, you like, all right, we can trust Chip. Let's go ahead, run the ball. Kenny, don't turn it over. You know what I mean? Try to get some turnovers. There you go. But
Yeah,
it just depends how we looking at that point.
exactly.
But
Exactly.
we're gonna have to score points, though. We
Oh
need,
yeah. Oh
we
yeah.
have to score points because I'm worried about the defense a little bit.
Same here.
We're
Same here.
definitely going to go ahead and get into that part. But since now that we got Kenny here, what does this mean for AOC? Because he's on IR. He's going to be out for the next 6 to 8 weeks. What happens when he comes back? Is he going to be the quarterback 3? Is he going to go down to the practice squad? Does he get traded? What are y'all thoughts?
I'm seeing 3 because Cam Miller's already practice squad. If it's up to me, bro, like, and look, you can feel how you want about AOC, but he's not a fit for this offense. He's just not. You know what I mean? He does not fit what Chip and Pete wants to do. You could say he sucks. You could say he needs more time. Doesn't matter, right? It just This is a square peg in a round hole. It just does not fit. So he needs to go somewhere else. Maybe, and it's probably gonna happen after the season, but he needs to go somewhere else that fits his skill set more, fits around him more, and that's fine. This experiment for us is over. It's done.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. What about you, Brian? What do you think? What happens to AOC once he comes back from IR?
I really don't know. I mean, I've been wondering, like, would we trade him? Would we even get anything in a trade for him? I mean, like, I don't even want to think about it, man. For me, the thing is that, and I don't know how you guys are on Derek Carr, and I'm not trying to rehash the history, but what's frustrating to me is that when Josh McDaniels made that move, what I knew at that point is, oh, here we go again. Now we're going to cycle through a bunch of quarterbacks over and over again. And the fact that, like, we're 1 week away from the season, we're talking about AOC is, like, disheartening to me. You know what I mean? I just, like, I'm not crapping on the question. Don't get me wrong. It's just frustrating that, like, we've had so many quarterbacks since Carr. It's only been a couple of years. We've had like 8 or 9 starters.
For sure.
That's wild,
for
man.
sure.
That's wild.
And
we're never gonna win if we don't
agree.
have that continuity, that stability, and
I do agree with you.
I hope Gino can hold it down.
No, and this is even with Gino. I like Gino, but we still like. And when you say this, some people like think you're like saying he sucks. No, he's 34. That's not continuity either. You know what I mean? Like, as much as I do like Gino, you hope that he's here for like 5 years, and then after that, what's going on? We want somebody here for 10. That's the whole thing, pretty much. And the sad thing is, everybody in our division has a quarterback that we have to mess with for the next maybe 8 to 10 years. That's just fact. You know what I mean? None of those quarterbacks going to work. The AFC in general.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's crazy.
Nobody's going anywhere. You know what I mean? So it's like, we have to put our name in the claim. You know what I mean? Like, look at the Patriots now. Look at the Texans now. I mean, look at the Titans now. I mean, like, bro, we're going to be dinosaurs in a minute. You know what I mean? And we don't have a plan. That's where my frustration is. It's like, Kenny Pickett's not no long-term solution. He's not. We know that for a fact. Y'all went to the game too, but from what I saw on my screen, Cam Miller is not that either. He's not that either. As far as franchise quarterback, we got one. You know what I mean? Going into it, like, no. So Gino's gonna have to. We're praying that Gino has that, like, Gannon moment. That's what we need. From Gino. But after that, there has to be something. You know what I mean? After that.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna stay. We keep him for a while. Let him sit QB3. You never know. There's always could be that quarterback that goes down during the season.
Right.
That needs a proven backup. Who else than AOC? And this is a thing where we can possibly maybe get a 7th round pick for him. Never know. It just depends on the situation. But either way, have him slide into 3 and just have him sit back there and chill. And
I don't even know about that, Jay. We're gonna try to trade him and get like the variety pack of chips. It's not,
if we're lucky,
and not even the spicy, not even the good one, bro. We talking about the original.
Not even Doritos, bro.
Yeah.
You get the baked Doritos, bro. The baked, you know what I'm saying? And now that's good. Sun chips.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna get for that, but I mean, hopefully, you know what I mean, because he has at least played, so somebody might see it and be like, "Oh yeah, I need that."
He's had a few moments, you know. There's
Mhm.
a couple things here and there.
Yeah.
He should have beat KC and Arrowhead twice, but we know how that second one went down.
But I'm 100% with you, Brian. I mean, it was frustrating at the time that that Josh McDaniels did what he did. Because look, I mean, I
There's no
liked
plan.
Carr. Yeah, I liked Carr, but it was time, right? Like, I mean, most of us kind of felt like it was about that time for him to go ahead. But like you said, once you do something like that, you have to say, like, all right, bro, I have to get another one. You know what I mean? I got to go ahead and get another one. And by all accounts, there were reports we could have traded up to number 1 or whatever. Even if it didn't work, who cares, bro? That's the type of swing you need to do when you get rid of a 10-year veteran at quarterback. So it's like they completely jacked that up on that part.
Yeah, for sure. But let me go ahead and move on to our next events that happened this week. Raiders pick up a couple people on waivers. So Raiders go out and pick up Brennan Jackson, defensive edge, Tristan McCollum, safety from the Eagles, and then Stone Forsythe, a swing tackle. No big splashes, but I say for the first two guys, what are we thinking? I saw Tristan McCollum. I think he got picked up yesterday or the day before. Brennan Jackson. I mean, obviously, Brennan Jackson is going to be a depth piece, but Tristan McCollum, where do you think he fits into all this? Is he going to be just another depth piece, or would he be more rotational as far as being in the box? Because I know they want to go ahead and bring Chin down to play more nickel. What are you guys' thoughts about these three guys?
I'm going to start by saying I don't have thoughts. Honestly, I've been kind of getting ready for the season. I saw these moves, but I haven't thought about it, and I'm not familiar with the players.
I'm not familiar with Brennan Jackson. I know a little bit about Tristan McCollum. I know I saw a little bit of tape on Forsythe, which is not great, but I heard mixed reactions. Some people like him, some people don't.
Right.
From what I saw, it didn't look great. You know.
Yeah. And Brian, it's all good, brother, because we here to learn from you. You know what I mean? We here to learn together. You know what I mean? That's what this show is for. You know what I mean? We bring everything together. So but for Brennan Jackson, bro, that's the one I'm excited about because he actually is going to like play and rotate in. He had let me think. What was it? 3 sacks in the preseason in 3 games, 4 tackles for loss or something like that, and he played for the Rams. And when it comes when it comes from the Rams, I'm not mad at it. You know what I mean? I'm not mad at it at all. And they know how to spot D-line talent. They know how to do that. So he's gonna rotate in. He's not gonna start or nothing, but he'll rotate in. Forsythe, I'm gonna let y'all know right now. We better pray he never gets on the field. Yes. We better pray he never gets on the field because he's bad. Like he is bad. So let's hope that he doesn't have to play. DJ Glaze, Colton Miller does their thing. If it was up to me, honestly, Charles Grant would be the swing tackle because I like the way he played in the preseason. He actually impressed me. But going from there, but McCollum, he's okay. But immediately when I heard Jabril Peppers was available, I was like, I don't care about Tristan McCollum no more. I want to get Jabril Peppers. That's better. He's already played with PG. You know what I mean? Can come into the system, do his thing. But the only thing is, Tristan McCollum is probably more rangy. The thing is, like, we have a lot of strong safeties, though. Like, we have a lot of strong safeties that are probably better in the box. And we do not have a lot of guys that are good, like, roaming, doing that quote-unquote Charles Woodson job as we speak. We don't have a lot of guys that can do that. So, I mean, I guess he can do it better, but not the way we need.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see if they go ahead and pull the trigger on Peppers. He's been out like 2 days now, so nothing as of yet.
Yeah, right. I would like that though. That'd be hard. That'd be a good move.
And that would be a good move because you can put him in the box, and then you can have Chin come down and play that nickel, which they're really looking to do more of. And I'm not too excited about it, but it is what it is. At least having him there over Darnay Holmes is probably better.
Oh,
solution, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, even Kyle Bukele, even if he takes a couple reps there, I'm not a whole lot of mad at it. You know, just based on the personnel that we currently have, it is what it is. But
right.
You know, with that kind of being said, getting these new additions,
flag. Oh, my bad, bro. I'm over here watching this Texas Ohio State game, bro.
What's the score?
They are.
What's the score?
It's 7-0 right now. For everybody that's an Arch fan, he looks like god awful right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. He looks terrible. But so does Jeremiah Smith. But they over here like, dog, they are doing everything in their power to keep Jeremiah Smith from catching this football.
Yeah. There you go. Well, maybe we won't hear the.
I think Gino there. I ain't gonna cap to y'all. I think Gino at this game.
Oh, for real.
Well, because his cousin is Jeremiah, so he over there probably watching. Hopefully, I don't care what it takes. If we had to get Jeremiah Smith, dog, I tell you what, I trade some first rounders for it.
There you go.
I trade some first rounders for it.
Yeah. But with the additions of those three guys this season, we're literally just over a week away from literally kicking our Raiders season off. Let's just go ahead and kind of talk about the Raiders season preview. Let me go into this part. Let's talk about the D-line. How does this D-line look for this season coming up? You know, it's going to be Max. Looks like it's going to be Lualu, Butler, and on the other side is going to be Kuntz. How do y'all feeling about this D-line? I'll start with you, Rundown. How you liking this D-line, man?
If I had to give it a grade, I'd give them like a C. They're like a C+ type of D-line right now. They could go up to a B-, or a B, you know what I mean? But like, only reason I say that is because we're relying on a lot of rookies, unproven players. You know what I mean? Lualu's kind of unproven. Pegues, Tonka, they're not necessarily the highest of draft picks either. Like, it'd be different if we invested like a second round pick, first pick in the D lineman, and you're like, well, you expect them to do that. You know what I mean? But like, it's a mixed grab of what we're gonna get from development wise out of them. So we don't know. Butler's kind of like the only proven interior D lineman we have, kind of. And then you brought in Booker, so he's veteran, so that would be cool. But he's not Christian Wilkins or that, like, you know what I mean? Like that's Wilkins, he's not Christian Wilkins. So you take a step back from that. But our edges are good. You know, it's gonna be a lot on this D line though. They're the most important grouping on the defense to me, because we know a lot of us are scared about them corners and them DBs. We're scared. And the best way to combat that is to get pressure. So we all know that. If we can get pressured, beautiful. But we all know the player on this D line that we all need to do his thing, and that's number 9. If number 9 does not perform well, then it's gonna be tough. It will be tough.
Yeah. Do you see him on edge, or do you see him more at tackle? Or mixture
more tackle, bro. It's gonna be mixture, but it's gonna be more tackle to get his pressure. But this is the thing, like, he's got to. It might sound like a lot, but he's got to get damn near double digit. He's got to get close to double digit sacks, bro. He has to.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yes.
Whoa.
No. That's a big tall order. It is.
Yeah.
But he needs to do it. He was the number 7th overall.
That's what I'm saying. When you say, all of us get to, oh my God, like, you know what I mean? I don't know about that, but that's the problem. That's the issue, dog. Like, we literally need him to do that, because there is no Wilkins, bro. Nobody's gonna come save us no more, unless we make like a huge drastic trade. Like, you're it, buddy. You know what I mean? Like, you're the guy. When it comes to pressure. So if he can get us that 8, we're sitting pretty. Now, we're sitting pretty. But if we sitting at like only 5 sacks on the season, yeesh. Yeah, yeesh.
You know, outside of Max, because Max is Max, I think I'm most excited about Kuntz. I just feel like at the end of 2023, he was balling out, and I was so pumped last year with Kuntz, Crosby, Wilkins. It was like, let's go. This is going to be awesome. This is going to be fun to watch. And before I think it was in preseason, right? Didn't he get hurt? He didn't even play it down in the season. He was out the whole time.
Yeah, he did.
And that was very frustrating. So I'm interested to see, does he come back like he was playing at the end of 2023, or, is that year off a problem?
Yeah, that's what we're hoping for.
And he can't, because it can't be a problem. It's like, it's so many, like, and it's sad because you can kind of see it. as it being like, yeah, I can see that being something where it can hinder him, because everybody that talks about ACL injury says it takes a year to get back to like how you feel, and he's coming like straight off that injury, so we don't know like what it is. So like Brian's saying, we don't know if he's gonna get right back to form, but like for us, he has no time to slow play it and like get back, because he actually has to like perform.
Yeah, 100%. For me, I think this D line looks cool. It's really indicative that they perform at 100% or very close to it, because, like you said, Ron, everything's indicative of them applying pressure and not utilizing all these different blitz packages to also do that. If you can go ahead and get a good amount of pressure just from that front four, it's going to make life easier. It is, especially with the secondary. So we definitely need to go ahead and have Malcolm Kuntz have a big year. It definitely a proven year for him. He's on that 1 year anyway. So I think we're going to see him really light it up next Sunday for sure. I think he's just been a little bit cautious with the ACL and everything. I mean, you think about it. I mean, it's hard not to, but I think for him, it's just like, you know what? I don't want to go full 100% and risk an injury. I'm gonna just wait until week 1 and just like then go. And then if whatever happens, then it happens, right? But at least I give it a go.
Now I'm gonna be concerned. I'm gonna be concerned if he doesn't have a good game week 1, kind of, because he's going against Will Campbell, right? And I'm not saying like Will Campbell sucks, but he's a rookie. You know what I mean? Like that's a rook. And I don't think, you know what I mean, that he should be able to stalemate Kuntz a whole game from getting no pressure. You know what I mean? Like if I see that, then I'm going to be worried, and I'm going to be like, all right, dog, either Will Campbell is like that, or we're not seeing what we're supposed to be seeing.
Right. Exactly. Max is going to do his thing, but Max
I'm not worried about that.
And you know he's going to figure he has to figure that out.
Not worried about that.
Lualu and Butler are the guys that are really going to have to go ahead and step it up as well. You know, stop that run game. So hopefully these guys, you know, have a really good season and we get that pressure that we need from that D line. Tyree, like you said, Tyree needs to go ahead and he needs to ball out. That's it. There's no. He can slide by getting 6 sacks or 7 sacks. He needs to have double digits. He needs to go ahead and just really light shit up. And if him being in that tackle position is going to go ahead and help him do that, great. Let's keep him there. If not, mixture of both. Whatever works, you know. That's my take on that. Secondary, and this is a thing here. This is I think where everybody's really feeling it. Everybody's starting to go ahead and get, I don't want to say panic, but very worried about this season, because we really haven't addressed a whole lot in the secondary. The corners are a big concern. We got Eric Stokes at CB1, Darian Porter at CB2. Outside of that, I think it's DeCamp, then Kyle Bukele, and it goes down on the depth chart. What are y'all feeling? What are y'all thinking about the secondary? Because I don't think, honestly, there's going to be an answer to find somebody off waivers that's going to be really able to fix this situation, unless we go out and find a trade partner that we can bring in another corner to go ahead and complement Eric Stokes and just kick Porter back down to like 3 and have him just continue to develop. But what are you guys' thoughts on the secondary? I'm going to start with you, Brian, because you said it earlier. You had some concerns about the secondary.
Yeah, I'm really scared. And you saw it in the first drives of the preseason games. There's going to be like big plays for a lot of yards. You know, we might get some 3rd and longs, and then boom, they're going to get 25 yards because of the secondary. I think we have to score a lot of points to stay in games.
Yeah, I think so too. What about you, Ray?
Yeah. So funny, you know, early in the offseason, there was a report that came out that the Raiders corners and secondary was ranked bottom 5 unit. I think we talked about it, Jay. You know, we were ranked as a bottom 5 unit. And remember the outrage from fans when that report first came out. And it convinces me that as Raider fans, like, we know certain things are not good. You know what I mean? And we know certain things, like, probably, for better lack of words, suck. But we just don't like people airing out our dirty laundry. That is just what it is, dog. Like, we hate when certain people just tell the truth, but it's not a Raider fan. You feel what I'm saying? Because months ago, they literally said, I forgot who it was, maybe ESPN or whatever. They was like, yeah, this is a bad unit. We were like, nah, no way. Now you look and it's like, yeah, they're bad. You know what I mean? I'm kind of angry though at Pete right now. Though I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm kind of angry at Pete, y'all. And the reason I'm angry is because why are we sitting there rotating our cornerback 2? Why did he just say that the other day? That makes no sense. He says going into the first week, we're gonna be rotating in Darian Porter and Blue Kelly and DeCameron Richardson. What? Like, why? You know what I mean? That doesn't make any sense. Personally, let Darian Porter go out there. We know he only played 2 years of corner. We all know that. We knew that when you picked him. But hey, he's gonna have to get cooked a couple times for him to get it. That's fine. You know what I mean? It is what it is. We can all be fine with that. But we kind of know what DeCameron Richardson is at this point. A little bit. We kind of know that. Blue Kelly is, I mean, I know a lot of people is like excited, but he's in his 5th year. I don't think people realize that. Like, he's in his 5th year, and he's bounced around a lot. He's been on practice squads a lot. So I don't know, man. I don't know why he wants to go ahead and do that. That's already scaring me, like Brian's saying.
Yeah. It is a scary thought because we know we're vulnerable in one particular area, but you know, I don't, man. I don't even want to say this, but what if Eric Stokes goes down? What happens then? Like, is our defense just that's it?
And you got to be real though. It's likely because he's missed 22 games in his career.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not that's not a bold statement. Like, he has been an injury prone player for the Packers.
Yeah, exactly. So what do we do then? You know, and that's the thing that, and I agree with you, and I feel the same way with Pete. I don't know why they haven't addressed it. You know, the offense was essentially kind of put together through the draft. All right, cool, but you had this whole free agency. You had dudes out there floating that you could have picked up. We're a week out now. We're trying to see what we can find off waivers, right? And Peppers is out there. We still haven't pulled the trigger. So what does that mean? You know,
remember we talked about Jalen Ramsey, Jay, and then no, we don't need Jalen Ramsey. We got this. We got look good now, don't it? You know what I'm saying, bro? We take that in a heartbeat right now. But not even that. But there's just multiple corners throughout the process that we're like, dog, we need that, and not even that. And the sad thing is, you look at that, nickel is the worst part. We have no slot corner at all.
Yeah,
I don't think we have one that we can trust at all. And there's been multiple out there that we was like, grad, even some that are cheap, but we don't want to do it. I don't know why.
Mike Hilton hit the market again. And,
Mike Hilton hit the market again.
I don't think that happens because we could have gotten them, months ago, and they didn't pull the trigger. So I don't think that even happens. So I don't know.
Was Spytek waiting around for Parsons or something?
Dog, hey, if he would have got him, I wouldn't have cared. I'd have been,
yeah, exactly. Right? I think we made an offer. It just wasn't, I guess, as good as the Packers. But
yeah,
that 47 mil would have been a hard pill to swallow. I would say that would have been a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah,
paying him 47 mil. But hey, I'll be happy. I'll be happy on Sundays. I say that.
Yeah,
I will be happy on Sundays.
Yeah, for sure. But looking at everything all together as a whole, and I didn't put the linebackers there because I think that's one of the rooms that has gotten stronger. I like the play from Jamal Adams, what he's bringing. I like what Rob is doing. I like what Jermaine Pratt is doing. They had a pretty good preseason, so I didn't put him on there. But looking at everything as a whole, that trenches, linebacker room, secondary. How does this defense look? Is it like what they originally put out there, that bottom 5, or is it a little bit higher? Do you think that we're really going to have to solely rest on our offense to go ahead and literally win us games? What do y'all think?
I'm with Brian, man. We gonna have to. It's gonna be a lot of. I mean, I think we'll be like watchable this year. You know, like last year we weren't even watchable when it came to some time. But so it's gonna be way better. But I think we've like gotten better to the point where we reverted right back to where we were. We're having all this cardiac arrest in the fourth quarter because we gotta, you know, we gotta win 38-35 and all that extra. Like I think we're back to that. The only way we don't get back to that is we get turnovers. Like if we get turnovers on defense, that's the only way to kind of be like combat teams going up and down the field on us.
Yeah. What about you, Brian? What do you think? How does the defense look this year?
You know, at the beginning of last season, I was actually excited about the defense. I thought the defense was going to be really good. And we had so many injuries, season-ending injuries.
Right.
It was so many. Kuntz went out. Wilkins went out. Crosby even went out at some point. It was later in the season, but he did go out. Like everyone was hurt, and then now it's all dismantled. Like a lot of those people aren't on the team anymore. So I really don't know what to expect from the defense. I think if they still stay healthy, they might be better than last season. But I'm not expecting a great defense this year.
No, I think we need another year to put some more pieces in here, man. But hey, AJ, we said it earlier, and already before the season, we already feel like we're right, huh? Offense better than the defense. It's gonna be better than the defense, bro. We smelled it. And it's just more veterans there, man. I just think there's better pieces on the offense that fit together to have it clicking.
Yeah, for sure. Really quick, before I go ahead and flip it to the other side of the ball, appreciate everyone pulling up, rocking with us on this Saturday morning. Shout out to the 50 people in the building. Appreciate you guys pulling up. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button on the show on both channels, especially if you're feeling what you're hearing. Make sure you guys go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Hit that noti as well to go ahead and make sure you guys stay in the know. Once news goes down, we go on. Make sure you go. Don't get left out in the dark. Appreciate everyone pulling up with us on this Saturday morning. I'm going to go ahead and flip it on the other side of the football. How do y'all think this offense is going to look with Geno, Genty, Brock, Jakobi, Trey? Now you got Amari, Dante Thornton, and Besh. How do y'all think we look?
Well, I'm excited about this. This is where, like typical Raider fan, I start getting too excited, to be honest. So way too optimistic, I'm sure. But I think that we're underrated, to be honest. I think with Carroll and Chip Kelly coming in, Geno's better than Minshew or AOC.
Yes.
I think it's an improved offense. We haven't seen enough. You know, you see training camp, you see preseason, but they were only playing one drive in preseason. So I'm worried about Genty's health because like he is rocking people. He didn't have many carries in the preseason, but he trucked a couple of people. But over time, is he going to stay? You know, like I don't know. Maybe that's like the memory of Bo Jackson in the back of my mind, just being so physically strong and actually you could like damage yourself or something. But if we can run that ball, I'm not worried about the passing game. I think we're gonna score points.
Yeah. I'm right with you, man. This offense I feel can be exciting, man. Now we got Cooper. You can mix and match like we talked about earlier. So that'd be good. But with Genty, I'm so glad you said that because I feel like there's not enough people talking about it, and I'm glad that there's some people actually thinking about it. I talked about this since the last preseason game. I love the way he runs. It's physical and all that extra. But I do not need that for no 16 games, bro. That like not 16 games worth of that. This is the first time you running against these grown men. You know what I mean? Like we don't understand the physicality. And all the dudes he was running over, these are DBs, right? Like these are all DBs. But guess what? He ain't played Derwin James yet. He ain't played Nick Bolton yet. You know what I mean? Like he plays guys this year where it's like, you probably don't want to do that for no 4 straight quarters. You know what I mean? Like, we're not going to try to put your body in risk. And I'm with that. The only reason I say that is because I want him fresh. If he goes out, right, and he's in the blue tent, we lose a piece of the offense that's crucial because he runs the ball. Not only that, but he's part of the passing game too. So now we're losing a piece of weaponry that we need. And we all know Zamir is not that caliber, or Raheem Mostert's not that caliber.
Yeah.
Right. So
yeah.
we need Genty for all 17 games. So I love the physicality, but he's got to learn to either go down a little bit, go out of bounds. You feel what I'm saying? Protect his body a little bit more.
Oh yeah, 100%. I agree. He has to go ahead and make sure, he doesn't, I like that he trucks, and I like that, he's going heads up. But I honestly think also that's why they have Zamir White. He's going to be that hammer, bro.
Yes.
That's the dude's like, look, bro, don't change anything. Just fucking run full speed ahead and
head
down and put that fucking rock in there. That's it. And you have Moser that can go ahead and also do that same type of thing with a little bit more finesse and has a better vision. So I'm not worried about the run game. I'm very excited to go ahead and see these weapons at work, where you have Brock Bowers. You can line them up on the slot. You can line them up outside. You'll have still Michael Mayer lined up traditional tight end. You're going to have Amari now. You're going to have Jakobi next to him. You could put either one in the slot and the rock with it. You have two fast, deep threats and Trey Tucker and Dante Thorne that can go out. Trey's probably the more dependable one, can make those catches, but you still have Dante that can go up for those 50-50 balls. So I'm very excited to see how this is all going to work. And then you still have Gino can go ahead and make plays on his feet, man. And we saw the little move the other day. So that's what I'm saying. Like, we're getting excited about this. This offense is going to be that offense we've been waiting for a few years now. But the only thing is that there's a caveat to it. Defense is taking a step back for sure. I'm going to just go ahead and put it out there. Because it's true. They're going to take a step back. So, obviously anything could happen. They can pick up somebody else. Trade could happen. But as I see it, I don't see a whole lot really moving this next week coming up. But we'll see. But I'm going to go ahead and move towards our final segments of the show. And this is where we kind of focus more on our guests. And I'm going to start off with this segment, and I love this segment. Who's on your Raiders Mount Rushmore, right? So everybody, usually we ask this question is, who's on your Mount Rushmore? This is a cool thing. You can have players or coaches. So I'm going to ask Brian, who's on your Mount Rushmore?
My all-time is Tim Brown. I think for my age bracket, he was just like such a GOAT during those years, like as I was going through college and really just, getting, you watch football as a kid, and it's just, as a kid, I was watching Marcus Allen, Howie Long, Bo Jackson. So they're on my Rushmore. I'm a bit older, so they're up there. But as a young adult, it was all about Tim Brown. So yeah, I would say, how many do I get? Do I get 5? Is that it?
Yeah.
Or do I get to define it? Yeah, Marcus Allen, Bo Jackson, Tim Brown, Woodson's up there, of course, and Max is the only guy recently that has climbed into it. I like to wait until maybe the career is over,
Right.
But I tell you what, whoever wins a Super Bowl for the Raiders is immediately jumping to number 1. Okay, that's how it's going to be. Because man, it's been too long.
It's been way too long. But I like that.
That's a great list.
That's a great list. Bo's my favorite player, so I love that, man. I love Max. Max is my dude. I mean, shit. I'm even named my son after him. So
nice, amazing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and really talk about this next part. Probably there's a lot of people, especially right now, that's rocking with us. Shout out to like the 50 people that are rocking with us on the Saturday morning. Your Guinness Book record attempt, 50 games in 50 cities.
Yeah,
this is a big thing. I'm tripping out on this because it's so much travel that's involved.
That is crazy.
You're like, you're probably like, fuck, what did I get myself into, right?
Yeah.
But this
reality is starting to set in now. Yeah.
Right. You're like, damn, I'm going to kick this thing off like next week. It's almost here. Go ahead and talk about your attempt and everything behind it and what you're planning to do and kind of some of the games you're going to be at.
Yeah. Well, for the last 3.25 years, I've gone to every Raider game, home and away, and I've got a streak going of 56 games in a row. And as we were going into this season, I had seen something about a Guinness record a couple of years ago, and it's just been ruminating in the back of my mind, thinking someday I need to do that. I do think that how terrible we were last year kicked my ass. It was really, really bad, and I was so exhausted. And what happened was I finally said, you know what, I need to do this now. And the reason I need to do it is some of it comes from the NFL draft, because I've gone to the last 2 NFL drafts. And for me, that's quickly becoming one of my most favorite things about the NFL. It's like San Diego Comic-Con, but for football fans. And it's so amazing because and I strongly recommend, if anybody gets a chance to do it, go to a draft. It's so much fun. There's teams representing there's fans representing every single team, and everybody's there just having a good time. There's no game, so it's not like people are getting into it or fighting, or even Chargers, Chiefs, Broncos fans, you see them, and it was still good. It was a great time. And so that played into it a little bit, because this record is not just Raider games, right? It's any team, and I'm going for over 50. The current record, by the way, is 33 games. A couple of ladies did this 2 years ago. And by the way, they're Charger fans, so I get to beat a Charger fan.
Yeah. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Got it.
And I've been in contact with one of them. At some point, I definitely want to interview her and talk about her experience. She's a little heartbroken that I'm going for the attempt. And I feel confident I'll get it, because I'm going for so much more. I mean, the way this works is I've got to go to every Thursday, Sunday, Monday game for 4 months. That's what I'm going to do. And then there's Black Friday, there's a couple of Saturday games. And in total, there's about 56 games that I could go to, 56 days on which there is a football game that I could go to.
Yeah.
And I keep saying to everyone, I'm going to shoot for 50, because I know I'm going to shoot for 56. Honestly, there's just going to be something that happens. Like a flight is canceled, the flight is delayed, I get sick, something's going to happen. I might miss a game here and there. I just don't think that I'll miss so many that the record is in jeopardy, because it's only 33. So I think I can beat it. I feel good about it. If I break my leg or something, that could be a problem, but I'm excited,
bro.
Yeah, they gotta fly you in.
Yeah.
You gotta talk to Mark, man, so you get somebody to fly
that's
you
right.
in.
No, but I can't do that. Guinness has all these crazy rules. I can't operate a vehicle to get to games. I can't charter a bus or a train or or a plane or anything like that.
Wow.
I have to be on scheduled transport, planes, trains, buses, and I can take taxis and Ubers and things like that. Okay. But I have to bring receipts and routes of every little thing that I do. While I'm at the game, I need 2 witnesses to fill out a form saying that I was there for the whole game. I have to take pictures at the beginning and end of game. And yes, I do have to stay for the whole game. And now I'm starting to realize, damn, in December, when there's a Monday night game on the East Coast and it's going to be 10-degree weather, right, I'm going to be sitting there. It's going to be 40-0 blowout. And I have to stay until the end of the game just to get this damn record, So
you got this though, man. You got this.
I appreciate it, man. There's been so much support. Raider Nation, once I put it out there and started talking, and so many people have come up to me and it's been just encouraging and what can I do to help? And it's been really, really awesome. It's been awesome to see.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah. See, Jeff's already, he said he'll be your witness in New England.
There you go.
Nice.
There you go.
Nice. Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Good. One down, 99 more people to go.
Exactly. So if you see Brian and you're at an away game, let's say, for example, if you guys are going to New England or you guys are going to Washington, or later in the year you're at Philly, make sure you say hi, take a picture. Go ahead and sign that little piece of paper, making sure that, hey, you know what? I vouch for this guy. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
I'd appreciate that.
Yeah, this is a crazy attempt. It's very impressive. It's hard, man. Anybody who's traveled, I traveled a lot for work, and I didn't even travel as much as probably other people traveled, and I thought it was a lot. I can only imagine doing that schedule that you're about to go ahead and do. for the next 4 months. It's insane. I would lose my mind. But
I'm determined, man. I gotta I gotta breathe. I got a lot of Southwest fights. I hate the way that they board planes, to be honestly, but I just gotta relax. I gotta take it in. It's all part of the journey, part of the process. Got to try to stay healthy, not party too much at these games. But just to share, like as an example, week one's crazy. It's the Thursday night game, Cowboys Eagles. That's the Eagles Super Bowl party, And then from there, I go to New England for the Raiders Patriots game. And then Monday night is Vikings at Bears. So it's Philly, Boston, Chicago. That's week one. And it's that same thing for the next, 17 weeks after that.
So you get to go back home after, your weekend is done, right? You get to go back home, relax a little bit. Okay.
Yeah. And this first week one, I'm gonna stay out east for the whole weekend. But most weeks, actually, I'll go to the Thursday game and fly home because I'm trying to keep the cost down as much as possible. It's actually cheaper just to fly home than it is to stay hotel nights Thursday, Friday, Saturday, just to get back to that Sunday game.
Right.
So I'll fly home after the Thursday on Friday morning, and then I'll fly back to wherever I'm going for the Sunday game.
Oh yeah,
so it's gonna be over
a little time
100 flights,
to rest and reset a little bit though. But so that'll be nice. But yeah, we pulling for you, man. You gonna get it done.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
That man says he'll see you in Indy. There you go. You got another witness right there. Make sure Nav to link up with Brian and say hi for sure.
Perfect.
But yeah, so we wish you obviously all the luck on the attempt because it is a big feat, and we hope you do get it and represent Raider Nation because we'll be in the record books, and this time for something good.
right,
for sure.
For once,
this time for something good.
Yeah. Well, listen, man. Thank you for having me on. I really do appreciate it.
Of course.
Love what you're doing. Keep going. Thank you for all the education rundown. Appreciate it.
Oh, hey, man. I appreciate you for coming on here, man, and showing that dedication, man, for real. Because, like I said, what you do is 10 times harder. So,
yeah,
thanks, man.
For sure. But man, we wish you all the luck. And that was basically meet our guest, Brian. Make sure you guys go ahead and give him a follow if you guys don't follow him already. We do have his YouTube account pinned down in the description. Make sure you also follow him on X and IG, all in Autumn Win, same handle, everywhere you go. So make sure you guys go ahead and give him a follow for sure. And we wish you the best of luck, of course, in your journey, brother.
Yeah, brother. Be safe, man, on all your flights as well, man.
I will. And by the way, so I'm going to keep vlogging. So I'm going to be interviewing fans of other teams out at the tailgate before with my mic and my camera. So I'll put long form videos on YouTube, and then I'll keep posting the shorts and reels to the other social media platforms. So follow along, follow the journey. You just see like my face and my eyes and my age creeping in throughout the season.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, but it's going to be good. Right, it's going to be dope to see when you do it, man. It's going to be dope to see when you do it.
Yeah, we'll have a big party week 18. Raiders, Kansas City in Vegas. Let's have a big party to celebrate the end of the journey,
There we go. Hopefully we can celebrate the team too, man. So
making the playoffs,
There we go.
Have it all happen in one season. There we go.
There we go. All right, brother. Appreciate you, man.
All right, guys. Thanks for having me. Go Raiders.
You. Yes, sir. Go Raiders. Appreciate you pulling up, Brian. That was Brian Fowler, all in Autumn Win, chopping it up with us on the Saturday morning. And of course, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button on these channels, Just Raiders Baby and the Raider Rundown. Make sure you guys turn on notifications because when news happens, we do go on. Don't be left out in the dark. Make sure you guys are in the know. Hit that subscribe button. Hit those notifications. 100%. We are going to go ahead and be back next damn Saturday morning again with another fire episode of Good Morning Raiders. We are going to be previewing week 1. It's finally arrived. It's finally getting here. Raiders versus Patriots in New England. Shout out to our guy, Raider Jeff, that's in the building. He is throwing the Mecca party out in New England next weekend. And he has all sorts of stuff lined up. Jeff, go ahead and drop that link down below, brother. I'll go ahead and put it on the channels in a second. But if anybody's going out to New England, make sure you guys click on that link that Jeff has in his not only in his IG, he also has in his YouTube account. He has everything, all the events going down. He's handling all the major events that are happening in New England. They have like an Al Davis tribute that's going on Saturday. They have a pregame tailgate that's happening that night. They have a tailgate that's going on the day of the game. A lot of stuff going down that Jeff is actually putting out there. So make sure you guys go ahead and click that link and be in that know if you guys are in the New England area.
Yes, sir.
Next weekend for sure.
It's gonna be a good one, man.
We will be back next weekend. We're gonna have another fire guest. We are gonna have Chantel Shan from Raiders Squad, from Lockdown Raiders podcast. She will be in the building, chopping up with us, previewing week 1 with us. It's gonna be a fire show. Shout out to her. She'll be in the building, so we'll be having her, man, for sure. So Lot 55B, there you go. Lot 55B.
There we go. There we go.
Free entry Saturday night and free tailgate. It's free. You just gotta show up. Make sure you guys take Ubers. Plenty of space in the bar if you guys gonna go to that tavern. They're gonna have overflow that's gonna extend out to the parking lot and to the street. He said everybody's good. Everybody's good. They're gonna have.
That's what I love to hear, man. That's what I love to hear.
Yes, sir. So make sure you guys tap in with us. Tap in with Jeff if you guys are gonna be out in New England. But other than that, y'all, that is it. That'll be our time for today. Again, appreciate everyone who tapped in and rock with us on this Saturday morning. We appreciate every single one of you. You know, there's many choices, but y'all chose Good Morning Raiders, so we love y'all for sure, 100%.
Yep, 100%.
We will see you guys.
We're gonna see y'all next Saturday, man. Make sure y'all hitting them buttons. Y'all know the deal. Everybody that was talking about that tank for art shit looks terrible right now, but I mean, hey, it's his third star. So
we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna need to do that.
That shit looks he looks booty right now. But what? Hey, we'll see. We'll see. It's his third start, so who knows?
Yeah, exactly. We're not gonna need to do that. Everything's gonna work out. Don't worry.
Yeah. But hey, appreciate everybody, man. You already know the deal. Oh, make sure you guys tap in, man. Make sure you guys tap in next week.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, y'all. Other than that, we will see y'all next Saturday. As always, go Raiders. Just Raiders, baby. Peace.